Well, good evening. Here we are again, finally back on the bank of the river. It's the 15th of June, which means tomorrow is the glorious 16th, which is the first day of the old river season. So just come off the back of 3 months closed season, still able to fish the lakes and canals, as you know. I've been out myself fishing me local, which, as some of you know, I caught quite a big rod, and I am the proud owner of a Drennan Cup Winner limited edition cap with a £3 8-ounce rod. Absolute lovely fish. But no more of that. We're on the bank, we're on the river bank. This is the main thing. Look at that, on the old river. There's my mate John up there. Can't beat it. The rods are set, and I'm going to fish this exactly as the way that I've been fishing on my local. I'm going to fish a method feeder. I'm going to have ground bait pellets, little wafters, some 12 boilies, 10 mils, 12 mils, bit of everything really, just to sort of see what reaction we get. Now I'm just getting ready to make a few balls up to catapult out. Don't normally do pre-baiting, but I've actually come out on Monday evening and put a few balls in. Also came last night, put some more in with old school whopper dropper. So what I'll do is actually make up, I'm going to make up about 20 balls like that, and as you can see, that will fit in that cup lovely to badoosh that out there. So I've got some casters in there, and I've also got some particle as well. All I've been putting out is ground bait with a few pellets in. I did come and put a bit of particle out the other day just to see, but I'm going to, like I say, I'm going to make up about 20 balls of ground bait, introduce them into the swim probably round about 8 o'clock, 8:30, which is roughly the same sort of time as I've been doing it. And hopefully there might be 1 or 2 fish there ready for the midnight kickoff. We've already had bacon and sausage, so unfortunately you've missed that. And Charlie, you've missed it as well. But the ground bait mix I'm using is Bait-Tech Envy Green, which is really fine ground halibut pellet, hemp. It smells absolutely beautiful. It's not got any fish meal in it. But to that, I've actually added a bag of the Bait-Tech Special G margin. Now that's like also a greeny colour, and as you can see, you end up with an absolute lovely colour. And there's loads of goodness and particles and bits and bobs in there that will flake off and bounce about, come up off the bottom. The hemp that's in there, that will sort of fizz a little bit on the bottom. John's using the same mix. I've mixed it up for the both of us, so we've both got 4 kilo. I'm going to put 2 kilo in now, and that will be a couple of times when I've been down here. 25 balls in each peg. Now I'm going to put 20 in or something like that. Whatever I've got in here, I'm going to mix up and catapult them in. On the rod front, I'm using the awesome Cadence 1.25 test curve specimen rods, and I've actually got it with the Avon top. It has got sort of sprayed white like a quiver tip, but I hadn't used them before. I'd always used the quiver tip section that comes with it, and I thought while I was in on Rosie that I'd just have a go with the Avon rod, and absolute so blown away by it that I've decided not to change. I've got 8 pound mainline, and I've got 10 pound shock leader, and that's down to a snap swivel on both, which I've got just got a little swivel cover on it, keep it all nice and neat and tidy, and I've got elasticated stem. Off that something else which I've just sort of played about with through the close season. I've actually been using a braided hook length. Now it's £8 gravel braid, which is Drennan, and I think it's just getting a lot more positive takes, whether it's because it's so light and supple in the water when you're using a pop-up or a wafter, but it has resulted in a lot more takes. And I've actually, even though I can use sort of barbed hooks on my local micro barb, I've actually been using barbless. So I've been using a size 8 and a size 10 circle hook, which is a new Drennan Acolyte circle hooks. So I've been using them, and what I've been doing is with a sort of like a 10-12 mil wafter, use a size 8 or a size 10 hook. Now a size 10 will just about have that almost popping up, but being a wafter, it's quite neutral buoyancy. So what I've actually been doing is putting a number 8 stop probably about 3 inches above the hook, and I've just been moulding a tiny bit of tungsten putty on that, so that will nail that to the bottom. Then the rest of the hook link will just sort of pop up a little bit. If a fish goes by, it'll waft up off the bottom and hopefully be right in front of the nose. Like I say, that's what I've been doing recently, and I've been catching some nice rudd, I've been catching some bream in the odd tench. So I thought, do you know what, just for something different, I'm going to try it. So there we go. So that's the setup. I will show you a little bit more detail, but I want to get these balls of ground bait made up. Then what I'll do, I'll badoosh a few out into the peg. I'm going to go and put John's out as well, so they're all, so I know roughly how far I've been casting them out. So I'm going to do that, and as you can see there, I've got some cracking balls of goodness about to go into that water, and hopefully come midnight, cast out, and it's not going to be long before something latches onto the other end and hopefully catch a first fish of the season. I've got to say that I'm probably looking forward to this season. I know I say it every year, looking forward to this season probably more than any other, because I've changed a few bits about. I've got a more specimen style approach than what I have done before. My dad and a lot of others have probably said, I would never believe that Steve would ever do something like that. But I've been catching a lot of fish by doing it, and where I fish is it's a natural water. They're river fish that can come in, so really I can't see any reason why I shouldn't be able to replicate it here, but you just never know. So I'm going to carry on making these balls of ground bait up, get them in, and I'll show you the setup what I'm going to use not long after I've done this. So I'll show you the setup, and we shall sit back, make yourself another brew, and hopefully have a couple of hours shut eye before we cast out on the stroke of midnight. So I will catch you in about 10 minutes. So I've just put the bait out, and just soaked me pellets, which are a mixture of 4mm and 2mm Bait Tech carp course. The 4mm I already had in a bag. 2mm I've opened up today. There we go. The old 2mm carp course. So I've done a mixture. So I'll let them soak now, and I won't touch them now till I'm due to fish. Just final touches more than anything else. Down there a bit. There we go. So what I've done with the, like I say, I'm using the Cadence specimen rod. 1.25 test curve. It comes with an Avon top and also comes with a quiver top with 3 quiver tips. Brown in colour, like I say, it's 12 foot, 1.25 specialist. I'm actually using a bait runner because you never know what could happen at night, especially if one happens to nod off. A few microlights over the top. As you can see there, we've got the snap swivel with a little tail rubber over the top, and that's elasticated inline feeder. Just push that down there a bit more. Beautiful. Like I say, I'm fishing 8-pound mainline with a 10-pound shock leader. Shock leader is Tournament ST. Like I say, as you can also see, if I can get this far, the old Avon top is also painted white, as you can see there. Big guides, big K guides, offset, absolute brilliant rods. Like I say, the quiver tip section is absolutely amazing. Actually used that's all I used to use. Then through the close season I've used the Avon top. Absolutely amazing. So yeah, so we're now going to sit back, get the kettle on, and just get a few things up together. Get the old phone on charge. Probably make myself another brew shortly. Mate Justin Beale, fellow Bait Tech guy, he'll be out and about somewhere, so I'll be giving him a ring probably round about 11 o'clock, 11:30, just to see where he is. Always have a chat with Justin every year. Like I say, he does catch a astronomical amount of fish. Very good drop shotter. He's caught everything while he's been drop shotting, but he is absolutely amazing on the barbel. So yeah, so hopefully I'll give him a shout. I'll just get everything ready, get it all put together where I need it, so I don't want to be rummaging around overnight. Get all disgorger out, and hopefully not long after midnight we might be able to get the torch on and show you a fish or two. That's the plan anyway, and we'll see what happens. The traps are set, and hopefully when the light starts to go we might see 1 or 2 fish moving. So I will catch you all on the glorious 16th, hopefully with 1 or 2 fish. Oosh. Beautiful. Yeah. beautiful. Big old slabadoodle. Well, it's been a quiet night, and had a few through the night. This has got light. Had a few more. I think this is about number 8. Nice fish, few marks on it. Beautiful fish though. Gonna get her in the net. So we get 1 or 2 more. Well, good morning to the glorious 16th of June, the start of the river season. So how did we go through the night? Well, hard going really, lot of liners. Had 3 up until light. So and so I did have a bit of a kip, which was very, very welcome. This has got like there's 1 or 2 fish starting to move about now. I think I've you know, they sort of come in, have a bit of a munch, go out, still get the odd liner. Well, I think I've had 9 bream, up to about 6.5 pound, I suppose. So very, very nice. Absolute brilliant way to start the season. Still get 1 or 2 liners. Indication there. But yeah, it's there's a lot of places sort of round about where some places you can catch in dark, other places you can't. And this might just be one of them places, but the water is very, very warm, so the fish are obviously going to be off the bottom. So my baits are popped up about 2-3 inches. There's a lot of weed on the bottom as well. So yeah, just keep plugging away. Like I say, another liner there. So this is what you get, 1 or 2 liners sort of come in, pull away, come in, pull away. But yeah, it's been absolutely brilliant. It really has. Like I say, John's had a couple of 3 bream as well, but they are of a good stamp. So yeah, I'm going to I've had a brew, so won't be long before we get the frying pan on. So everybody who's out today, have an absolute brilliant start of the season, and may your nets be forever wet and your elastic be forever stretched. I'm going to see if we can get 1 or 2 more. Like I say, the river is just starting to trip through a little bit now, so that can only be good. Sun's coming up over the top, so it'll dry the shelter out as well. So I've got plenty of time to catch 1 or 2 more yet. As Charlie says, go on, babby. Come on the breams. Well, turning out to be quite a eventful session. Now had 13 bream, a lot of line bites. Just loading up the method feeder to go out again. That's got very warm, very fast. Look at that, there you go, look. The grain bait at the bottom there and a little dusting of pellet on the top. Got me elasticated feeder, absolutely brilliant. Like I say, it's just been a brilliant start to the season so far. We've just had a big old bacon and sausage sarnie, and I've just made myself a brew to wash it down. So going to get this back out there and see if we can get one or two more before we pack up. Cheers. Beautiful. 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 Well, there we go. Opening day of the season. Lovely net of bream. I've got 18 bream. I think the smallest is about £3, biggest is probably about 6.5. Absolute beautiful opening day. So I'm going to put the net to dry, see if we can get one or two more fish, and pack up slowly and go and have some shut-eye. Absolutely brilliant. Catch you next time on the bank. Oosh.